more prepared you are, the more success you're going to have both physically and mentally. And that doesn't change when you get into the professional world.
Working out and doing things like that help your dopamine and your serotonin and things like that, which lessens anxiety.
In America, we want it to be produced in States. Like next time, let's do that here.
If we can ship in some Italian artisans to the US, then I'll be more than happy to do it here, yeah.
Hi, I'm Tania Rubis, and we are in the heart of Times Square for the Heat and We See Mental Health Awareness charity event, a celebration of courage, connection, and giving back. Let's see what stories are unfolding behind the spotlight. This is the Rubis Show. Join me. Jean, you've dedicated your career to helping children heal. So what does this night, this show of community and support mean to you personally?
Well, Encourage Kids is so honored to be here tonight. We do have a mental health program for pediatric patients that's distributed in several hospitals in New York City. We're very proud of that. We're looking forward to talking about the impact of that program.
What age are we talking about?
Yeah, mostly 5 plus, all the way to 18 years old.
Depression when you're 5 years old?
Yeah, it can start as soon as 5 years old. And a lot of hospitals today are intervening much earlier in the children's lives to teach them coping strategies, ways to handle their anxiety, and ways to enhance relationships with family members.
I would never think about it like that, because I thought that depression is the issue when you're an adult, you have a lot of problems, you need to pay bills in New York, and New York is the very energetic city that just takes your energy and attention. But talking about like young generation and 5 years old, what causes this problem?
I do know there are genetic predispositions that exist in certain people, so that's what we're talking about here. I did read a statistic today that 1 in 8 adolescents suffers from anxiety and depression.
Oh my God.
That's a pretty staggering statistic.
You are a fashion designer.
Yes, I am.
And tonight you've created an experience where mental health, very good purpose meets fashion. Why do you think it works together in the same room?
Well, honestly, where this whole idea came about is I have a son who suffers from mental illness. And so one of the things, the biggest challenge for any parent is having to have someone who's dealing with something, but you can't really help them with changing that situation. So the one thing that I thought we could do, since we do have a fashion brand and we do our glasses and our shoes and everything like that, the idea is that part of the proceeds would go towards mental health. So that was kind of the reason why we decided to do this.
Tell me about your collection. What is your brand? What is it about?
Yeah, so brand is Heat NYC. We carry eyewear, we carry footwear and different ready-to-wear, and we also do bags.
I love your sunglasses. Is it your latest collection?
This is our Vibe collection, and the glasses are actually handmade in Italy. So similar to artisans that make some of the other well-known high fashion eyewear.
In America, we want it to be produced in States. Like next time, let's do that here.
If we can ship in some Italian artisans to the US, then I'll be more than happy to do it here, yeah.
Did you ever experience mental burnout or emotional pressure during your NFL career, these years? And what helped you to go through this time?
Absolutely, I did. I have mental burnout. I went through a lot of mental issues. There's a lot of pressure playing football in the NFL, and especially for me, I got drafted. I grew up in Washington State. I got drafted to the New York Jets, and everyone knows that's the media capital of the world. So there's a lot of pressure with playing football in New York, and sometimes that pressure would get to me. And the thing that I did, I went and talked to a counselor. I went and talked to someone who had nothing to do with football, talked about my issues, got it off my chest, and it helped me focus on my job as a football player, as a man. It taught me how to deal with the stress.
Can you please share with us your inner work and some routine that helped you to transform from professional player, professional athlete to successful person and public person?
Yeah, I think being a professional athlete, you have to truly treat it as being a professional. Spend that extra time studying, learning your opponents. I think the more prepared you are, the more success you're going to have, both physically and mentally. And that doesn't change when you get into the professional world. Preparation, success is when preparation meets opportunity. And a lot of those times where you're prepared for something, you're more confident walking into it, and the outcome is better.
Can you share some secrets of yours?
Some secrets?
Secret of success, let's say it like that.
Yeah, one of my secrets is, I have this mindset where you don't sacrifice what you want most for what you want now. So whatever I do in my life, I know my end goal. I know what I want out of life, and I ask myself often during the day, is this going to help me get to my goal? And if it's not going to help me, then it's probably something I shouldn't be doing. So I try to live by that moniker.
And looking back at your NFL career, what is your advice to some young players, athletes?
As an NFL player, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people that want things from you. I think that you have to take care of yourself first, take care of your mental health, understand why you're in the position you're in, and that you're there to play football. You're not there to be an entertainer. You're not there to party. You're not there to make sure that everyone has finances. You're there to play football. So keep the task at hand, number one, and it'll lead to a long, fruitful career.
You guys rock. I don't know how you do this. My top of my sport career is just work out twice a week.
Yeah.
I'm fully satisfied with that. Yeah. But you guys, you're doing just such a great job. I don't know. So you have this. You're working with young people, right?
Yes.
What age?
Age is, I would say, 11 to 18. In my practice, I work with all ages. Yeah.
So my question is, what causes this kind of stress and depression for this kind of young people?
The state of the world we're in right now, I think, is stressful for everyone, especially living in New York. You're living in a vast city. I think a lot of it has to do with just internet and social media and trying.
Don't you think the social media just play this role, right?
And it also makes them have a very shorter attention span. So they want things really quick, and that's hard. And that makes a lot of pressure, which creates a lot of anxiety and depression. It's a lot.
What can really help them? I remember my childhood, because we didn't have the social media and the internet and computers, just lightly. So yes, we spent a lot of time outdoor with our friends, with our classmates, students. They don't have so much time outside like us. So what can help them?
I think getting back outside and getting into things. I think kids who are part of a community, whether it's cheerleading, they're in sports, doing different things, takes more of their time. And of course, working out and doing things like that help your dopamine and your serotonin and things like that, which lessens anxiety. But I really think we need to go back to old school and just learning how to play and be kids again instead of just searching on your phone and scrolling for hours.
You created the cards that help kids.
They're called What You're Thinking conversation cards. There are 100 cards in here, and they're great for families, educators, counselors to have open dialogue about social, emotional issues. And they're fun. They're basic questions, but they dive a little deeper.
How does it work?
Yes. So just an example, I'll pull one card, and this card is saying, are you able to laugh at yourself? And this simple question sometimes can open up so much dialogue. If a kid says no, you can.
If I'm a kid, I need to answer this question, right?
So say, are you able to laugh at yourself?
Yes.
And
looks like I don't have the problem.
You don't have a problem at all, and that shows that you're vulnerable and you're able to be okay, right?
Thank you. I hope this session was free of charge for me.
Yes, it was. Anytime.
I think that's the right time to congratulate you on your second book. So that's for the kids. And what is it about?
There is some mental health in there because the foundation to raise any healthy child is through giving them the right discipline. And this is about a discipline for a child to be raised and to incorporate the right traits into his life. My book is really out only for a few weeks now.
Oh,
Yes.
so such a newborn.
And this is amazing to be here because it's just like amazing connection between the kid and the real book. So it's and the children, of course.
From style to substance, this event gave us more than just red carpet. It gave us connection. The night where the elegance met the real talk. Until next time, that was Rubis Show. Bye.